Yun, hello ulit. Sorry, may technical difficulty lang sa internet. Ano ko sino yung nanonood ngayon? Let's check. Ayan po. Ayan ulit ako. Nawalan ako ng net. So, yan. Sino ulit yun nandito? Sige. And thank you for your time. I'll make it quick para for those who are watching right now. The topic today that I'm going to share with you is about mutual funds. So last time, hopefully you watched already the topic about stock market. So may mga nag-approach na rin if they want to start. So right now, yung stock market, hindi pa talaga siya ganun nag-recover. Pero if you're a long-term investor, give yourself siguro 3 to 5 years of investing so that makuha mo yung desired mo na growth. Pero kung ako isang investor, gusto ko din na long term, so it's okay to invest in stocks, especially right now the prices are cheap, low. Yung per share ng companies is really affordable this time, so it's good to have to diversify your investments in stock market. Ang medyo disadvantage lang sa stock market is that you need to monitor it. You need to schedule time and time again para ma-check mo kung nag-grow talaga siya. But the question is, what if wala kang time, cannot schedule because of siguro marami kang responsibilities? Another option to start an investment is through this mutual funds. So that's why I decided to have this episode that if you want really to invest pero wala kayong time mag-monitor ng stock market nyo, this is another option, alternative way to start your investing. Yan. Sige. Hello lang po kila ito, hello Maher, hello team Elvin, Ate Joy at saka Jillian. Yan. So doon sa mga manonood later, hello. Di pa ako namimigay ng let's see. Marami pa naman ako items dito from mga ballpen, yan. Baka may gusto sa inyo. Sige. So, let me start with this topic. If you have questions, just bring in to the comments below or on this live session so that nababasa ko naman siya real time. So, sige. Let's start it for this one. Okay. Paano yun? Promise. Face shield lang meron ako. Face shield lang po. Ayan. See, for mutual funds, the formal definition is it is a collection of stocks. But I will introduce you something na parang hindi pa siya ganun ka-familiar if you're not into investing, which is what we call bonds and other securities. So if you watch already stock market, you're familiar with how this investment works. So when it comes to stock market, you are investing in a certain company with the form of shares. So bibili sa kanila na shares, and then once that value grow, you will gain income or interest, depende kung paano yung arrangement nyo. Stock market focus solely on companies. When it comes to bonds, bonds is a different type of investment, which is I want to have a separate discussion on what is a bond, what kind of investment is this, and how this will help you when it comes to investing on something aside from stocks. Okay, but mutual funds is a combination of stock market, combination of stocks and other investment forms. Okay, so ang difference ng with stocks and bonds, stock market is relatively high risk. So ibig sabihin, pwede ka malugi doon depende on the price conditions, especially sa economy. But nabalitaan nyo naman yung sa stock market na bumaba siya ng almost 30 to 40% because of this pandemic. So ganun siya ka risky. When it comes to bonds, this is something related to debt or loans. So ibig sabihin nito, if you're an investor, papautangin mo yung pera mo to a certain company or government. So just recently, if you're also reading one of my posts here, si Bureau of Treasury, nag-issue sila ng bonds. So pwede kang bumili sa kanila ng bonds, papautangin mo sa kanila yung pera mo. So the arrangement is your money will be locked up for the next 5 years, and then they are offering this certain fixed rate. So ibig sabihin, pag fixed rate, no matter what happens, ito yung marireceive mo interest rate kahit bumagsak yung economy, kahit maganda yung economy, it's fixed. So sakto lang siya. Maganda lang sa bonds is sure yung interest rate. So ibig sabihin, hindi siya ganun ka-affected by the economy. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag na corporate bonds. Pwede rin tayong bumili ng bonds sa government. So yung sa government bonds, tapos na siya noong August 7. But if you're planning to buy some bonds, we can check it out sa Bureau of Treasury. I think they are planning again to issue this on the next quarter. So, yan, sige. So, in summary, the difference between stocks and bonds. Stock is high risk. Sa bonds naman is low risk yung investment kasi fixed to. Kaso nga lang, pag bonds kasi, maliit lang yung percentage, maliit lang yung interest rate. Sabihin natin mga 2 to 4%. Yan. So, kung gusto mo ng combination of these two, you can enter mutual funds. Okay. So, I hope that is something clear with you. Okay. Another definition of mutual funds is it is a pool of funds. So, ibig sabihin nito, yung mutual funds, hindi lang ikaw yung may-ari. So, meron kang kasama dito, maraming investors yung naglalagay sa mutual funds. Unlike sa stock market, yung pera mo, sa'yo lang yun. Okay? Mutual funds is marami, it's a pool of funds, marami nag-i-invest, and there's someone that is collecting these funds. So, sino yung mga nakongolekta ng pool of funds? It's either the bank, pwede kang kumuha ng mutual funds sa bangko, or another option sa mga financial companies, like, alam niyo yung yellow, color red, hindi ko na sabihin yung company, color red, color green, color blue, color orange. So, maraming companies that you can access with if you want to start your mutual funds. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga financial companies and banks, they are collecting the money of the investors. Okay? Sige. So, tawag doon is mutual fund or pool of funds. Okay. So, I hope that is something clear with you. And then, the same thing with stock market and mutual funds. They are both bought through shares. So, shares din yung tawag pag bibili ka ng mutual funds. Okay, ang tawag nga lang din is net asset value. Okay, so, ano ibig sabihin ng net asset value? Net asset value is the value of the mutual fund shares. So, Pag bibili ka ng mutual funds, you are buying the shares of the mutual funds. Okay. This is screenshot na nakalagay dyan. There are different kinds of mutual funds. Hindi lang siya isang type. So, mamaya discuss ko din to sa inyo. But in the summary, there are different kinds of funds. So, the price of share per each month is different from the other. Okay? So, pwedeng yung mutual fund mo is nakalagay siya sa bond fund. So, nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina yung bonds na low risk. Ibig sabihin, si investor, gusto niya lang is low risk investments. So, pwede niyang gawin is, pag nag-apply siya dun sa isang company or bangko, sabihin niya lang is, ang mutual fund ko gusto ko sa low risk. So, pipiliin niya yung bond fund. So, gagawin ni company, so bibili siya ng shares. So, for example, sa computation na nandito sa baba, 2,000 peso index fund, ang presyo niya is 0.7832. So, kapag bibili ka ng shares, ang makukuha mong total number of shares, mutual funds, pag dinivide mo siya sa calculator is 2,553.62. So, okay lang yung 0.62, valid yun. Yung sa stock market kasi kailangan whole number. Sa mutual funds, okay yung butal. Okay siya. Okay lang na may butal. So, yan. So, may question dito about so po nakikita yung NAV ng isang company. Okay. Itong screenshot ko is from my company, yung yellow company. I hope na yung iba meron din. Nasa website lang nila ito. And this changes every day. Okay? It's like stock market. Nagbabago yung price ng per share every single day. Okay? Doon sa isang column, doon sa screenshot, this is what you call YTD and YOY. What is YTD? That is the year-to-date gain of a certain fund. Or the current year. Okay. Yan. So, kung nakikita nyo, ang baksak ngayon na fund, na hindi, if you consider January 2020 until August 2020, may negative gain tayo sa balanced funds, equity, saka index fund. So, one thing that we can notice about this type of funds, this is high risk and masyado siya affected ng COVID. Okay, that's why it's negative when you consider starting January 2020. Yan, so medyo masakit siya lalo na sa mga investor na nag-involved since January. Ayan. Si bond fund naman, yan, kumita siya ng 3.5% until today. So pwede siya mabago, depende sa performance. Okay. On the next slide naman, yan, just like what I said, mutual funds are traded daily and it is updated on a daily basis. Okay? So, yung price per share ng isang kind of fund, nagbabago siya depende on the value of that certain fund. So, pansin nyo dun sa yellow company, from August 3 until August 13, nagbabago siya, no? From 0.8243, the current price last Friday, that's Thursday, nang ginawa ko tong slide, the value is 0.8802. So, if you buy from August 3, index fund, tapos, napansin nyo na, ano yung nangyari sa value ng unit price or the NAV. Diba, tumaas siya. So, ibig sabihin, kumita ka ng certain percent. So, depende yun kung kailan ka bibili nung mutual fund. Kung ano yung presyo niya on that particular day. So, once you apply, pwede mo i-check, okay, kung ilan yung nabili mong shares. So, malulugi ka when the value of your fund or the NAV decreases. Okay. So, ngayon, sa akin, masakit kasi bumaba yung value. Bumaba yung value na sa akin. Kasi nasa index fund ako. So, I don't know kung sino yung mga mutual fund, dito, merong mutual funds. So, baka napipil ko na, masakit kasi bumaba siya ngayon. Kapag index fund, ang medyo stable ngayon yung mga, money market, bond funds, which is less risk investments. Ayan. So, hello. Bago pumunta sa next slide, hello po, Kuya O, si Gerald Gina. Basta. Hi, Maher. Ay, nako, Maher. Ibang caller. Si Anthony. Saka si Monica. Okay. Okay, so paano nagkakaroon ng gain or profit from a mutual fund? Okay, so magkakaroon ka ng gain or profit when the value of your NAV or the units that you bought increases. Okay, so for this example, you have a total of 6,161, and then you bought it at the price of, let's say natin, 96 cents. Okay, so when you bought it, it's around 5,000 pesos. So you invested originally 5,000 pesos. So when that particular price or the value of the NAV increases, in this particular example, kumita siya ng 918 pesos 0.26. Kasi tumaas yung value nung NAV. When you compute for the percentage, that's already big, 18.36. I don't know kung ilang years niya itong in-invest. But yeah, that's, kapag binenta mo ito or winidraw mo yung mutual funds mo, you already gained almost 18% from your original 5,000 peso investment. So, ganun ka pwedeng kumita kapag tumaas yung value ng yung mutual funds. Okay, I don't know kung anong klaseng fund to. Hindi siya nakalagay. But that's how it is. How you gain profit. Okay. So, I'll go now with the topic of fund manager. So, sa stock market kasi you need to monitor it by yourself. But the advantage of mutual funds is, hello Sherlon. Okay. The advantage of getting a mutual fund is there's a dedicated fund manager for that particular fund. So, ibig sabihin ni fund manager, ang kanyang trabaho ay so he's a professional. Ang trabaho niya lang is to invest the money contained in a fund, for example, mutual funds, on behalf of another person or organization. So, on your behalf, siya na yung nag-i-invest for you. Siya na rin yung nagbabantay. Siya na yung nag-research, nagmo-monitor. Excuse me. Okay. Siya na yung monitor for you. So, yung dapat gagawin mo sa stock market or sabihin natin bonds is doing it for you. Yan. So, ito yung advantage kasi syempre, if you don't have time, you cannot dedicate time for this, for investing in stock market or any other kind of investments. So, sila na yung gagawa for you. The good thing is they are professionals. So, alam nila yung ginagawa nila. So, they have 4 responsibilities mainly, which is they research, they invest, they monitor, and they provide feedback. Okay. So, that's the job of the fund manager. So, every mutual funds or every mutual fund company has their own fund manager. So, meron silang sarili-sariling fund manager. So, if you will ask me what company has the best mutual funds, it depends on the fund managers that they are kung sino yung employ nilang fund managers. Okay. So, whether it's green, blue, red, yellow, I don't know kung ano pa yung ibang color. Pero yeah, Depende yun sa depende sa fund managers yun. Kasi sila yung nagde-decide for you. Anong disadvantage ng mutual funds is you cannot decide on your own. Hindi mo sila pwedeng diktahan na sa index fund mo, for example, gusto ko Jollibee lang i-invest mo. Hindi nila pwedeng gawin yan for you kasi yun yung work nila, kailangan kumita yung mutual funds. So you cannot dictate which company they will invest in kasi sila yung nag-research for you. Okay. Now, when it comes to fund managers or the companies that you want to invest, yeah. May disclaimer si Jillian. Hello, Ara. Si Boss Kaisen. Sabadin. Nice. Hello, Lester. Yeah. Kamusta kayo? Yan. When it comes to fund managers, ang gusto ko lang din sa mutual funds, you can start it as low as 1,000 pesos. You can initial deposit with this kind of amount, and then meron ka ng mutual fund. Yan. Then some companies are asking for continuous payments. So pwedeng monthly mag-invest ka ng 1,000 peso. Maganda ring strategy yun kesa yung nag-invest ka and then iwanan mo na lang. It's good to invest on a regular basis, which is what I already said also on stock market. It's what you call peso cost averaging, so it's okay to invest regularly. But the good thing about mutual funds is in your 1,000 peso, it's already diversified. So marami na siyang companies na naka-invest. Unlike sa stock market, yung 1,000 peso mo, mga isang company lang yan. Pwedeng ganun. Okay. So there are fees and charges. Number one is what we call the front-end fees. So babawasan nila ng 1% yung gains or the fund itself para gawin yung processing. That's front-end. When it comes to back-end naman and exit fees, ito nangyayari siya kapag nag-withdraw ka. Okay? So, when you withdraw your mutual funds, they will charge you 1 to 5%. Depende sa company of your total investments. So, for example, i-withdraw mo na yung 10,000 pesos. So, para ma-withdraw mo siya, meron back-end fee. So, babawasan nila yun so that yung transaction ma-complete. And then, there's what we call fund management fee. This is your payment for the fund managers. Kasi sila yung nagbabantay ng funds for you. So, they have this what you call professional fee. Sabi nila is 1 to 3%. So, based on the research naman. And then, there are other charges. So, that's what you call transfer fee and admin charges. Yan. Ang major disadvantage ng sa mutual funds is maraming charges. Yan. Unlike sa stock market, ang charges lang is VAT, ano pa ba? Yung broker fee. Yun lang yung natatandaan ko. Medyo sophisticated lang sa mutual funds. Okay. But what I like in mutual fund is inaalis niya sa akin yung responsibility to monitor. Yan. So, hindi ko, kahit matulog ako, yan, pwede ako makatulog na mahimbing kasi alam kong ginagawa nila yung work nila. Yan. So, I'll go now with the types of funds. So, if you have question, you can comment so that binabasa ko naman siya. Yan. So, I hope Tim, ano yung tanong ni Tim? Sa mo nakikita yung yes, sa NAV naman, ulitin ko yung answer ko is nasa website. Or if you have the mobile app of that particular company, sa amin kasi, pinopost nila yun daily. So, pwede mo siya makita. Ayan, blue-red daw ata mataas. I don't know. Hindi ko alam. Bias kasi ako. When it comes to... Sige. When it comes to types of funds, they're different. types of funds that you can invest into. So, saglit lang Ayan. Sige. Akala ko nawala yung ano ko. Nakalay pa ba ako?
Nawala ako sa akin kasi nawala ako.
Nawala yata. No. Yeah. It's okay na.
Nawala ka, Dad.
Nawala ba ako?
Ay, Dad, nawala yung ano. Pero, nag-ano siya.
Okay naman. Sige, nice. Akala ko nawala ako. Sige. And let me know kung okay pa yung stream. Yan, sige. First yan lang yung like if you're still hearing this. Kasi medyo intermittent ang aming internet connection. Sige. Okay, for index funds naman, so, kapag mag-a-apply kayo ng mutual fund, pipili kayo ng type of fund. So, ano ba yung gusto nyo? Mataas yung risk, mababa, or medyo lang. So, pwede yan. So, just to give you familiarity, index funds, pag ito yung pinili yung type ng fund, pag mag-a-apply na kayo, stock market siya, focus, or PSEI. Siya. Ang characteristic lang is, it is high risk, mataas yung risk. So, ibig sabihin, pwede siyang hindi mag-perform according to your expectations. So, pwedeng mababa pa dun sa expected mo. Okay. So, if you're seeing the graph here, bigla siyang baksak noong 2020. So, this is caused by, syempre, global economic impact of COVID. Ayan, so bumaba yung price nung NAV. So, usually, ang price niya is 1 peso per share. So, pinakamataas niya dito is 1.3 something. Right now, it's averaging 0.8 0.80 or 80 cents per share. Yan. So, ang galawan kasi ngayon, tumataas na siya ulit. So, eventually, pwede siyang bumalik sa dati niyang price level, which is 1.1 or 1.2. So, grab that opportunity. Kapag tumaas yung value nung NAV mo, ayan, tapos withdraw mo siya, ayan, you can gain siguro more than 4%. If that's from 0.8 to 1.2, that's almost 50%. Tama. So, that's opportunity. You just don't know when kailan siya babalik sa 1.2. Siyempre, depende pa rin yan sa economy natin. So, yun nga. Masyadong magalaw si index funds. Kasi nga, dependent siya sa companies, sa performance ng mga companies natin, PSEI, stock market. So, kung gusto niyo pumasok sa stock market without the effort of monitoring, pasok kayo sa index funds. So, it's as if nag-stock market na kayo. So, kung sino dito yung may mga mutual funds, tapos ang type ng fund nyo is index, so you're already investing in stock market. Sabi ko nga, when it comes to index funds, hindi ka pwede mamili ng company mo. So, si fund manager yung mamimili. Ano yung mga pagpipilian niyang company? Yung mga company na nasa stock market or PSEI or yung top 30 companies. If you want to research, you can check yung mga companies na ini-invest na ni index funds. So, last time I checked, real estate, yan, financial companies, ano pa ba? Investment. Hindi ko na sabihin yung particular name. Pwede nyo siya basahin. Yan. Another type of fund naman, pag ayaw nyo ng masyadong risky, pwede nyo gawin is 100% bonds. So, saan nila nilalagay? Treasury Corporate and Treasury Notes. So, ito naman, mga pautang ito. So, gagawin is, ipapautang ni fund manager yung pera nyo sa isang certain entity. whether government or corporate. Ang gusto ko lang din sa bonds is it's fixed. Fixed yung kanyang interest rate. Mababa nga siya pero fixed. So it's not dependent or affected by economy. Yeah. Pero sa bond funds naman, masyado mababa yung interest rate. Mga 2%, then 2 point something. Kung okay na kayo dun, ayaw nyo nang masyadong risky, pwede tayo dito. Yan. So, low risk portfolio siya. Next to that, if you want something that is balanced or moderate, you can choose balanced funds. So, sa balanced funds naman, it has like equal portions of high and low risk. Okay. Another type of low risk portfolio or investment is what you call the money market. For money market naman, they are short-term deposits. So, pwedeng ilalagay siya sa time deposit, short-term loans, pwedeng ganun. So, mas mababa naman ito sa bonds kung i-compare ko siya. Okay. So, pwede sa money market. So, pag mag-apply kayo, kung okay sa inyo yung money market, pwede siya. Low risk yan. Don't expect lang na masyado mataas yung gain. Siyempre kasi bababa yung risk. And then, if ayaw nyo naman sa index funds kasi masyadong magalaw sa stock market, pwede naman kayo sa equity. Sa equity naman, it's more on the long-term securities. So, kasi sa index funds, di ba tinitrade siya daily? Nagbabuy and sell tayo. Sa equities naman, they are focused on long-term. So, hindi siya tinitrade masyado. But the risk part is, pwede yung company is mawaba yung value niya. So, madalas, ang ginagawa is, sa equity, long-term, nilalagay siya, sabihin natin, 1 year, span of months. Yan. So, pwede to. Pwede kayo sa equity funds. Ano yung blue? Ano yun? Mamaya sabihin ko. Yung blue company ba yung sinasabi mo, Ting? Sige. Okay. Sige. Wala, interrupted na naman ako. Tama ba? Interrupted ako. Bakit gano'n? Wait lang. Naka-live pa ba ako? Nice. Sige. Aksa yun. Yung blue. Ayan. So, si fund allocation naman. For fund allocation, ayan, sige. Nakikita ko na yung stream ko. Nice. Sige. Pwede nyo gawin is, hatiin nyo siya. Example, hindi kayo makapili. Pwede nyo gawin is ganito. Pwedeng 80%. Example lang naman ito, pero depende yan sa inyo kung paano nyo siya hatiin. Basta 100%. Sa akin kasi 100% ako sa index. So, pwedeng ganun. Or, hatiin nyo siya 80-20, 70-30, 90-10. So, depende sa inyo yun. Sa kakausapin yung advisor. Ano yung prefer yung risk appetite or investment appetite. So, kung gusto niyo siyang haluin, pwede naman upon your application. So, kung gusto niyo na mix ng low risk saka high risk, so pwede niyo siya itimpla. Sa inyo yun. It's your choice. Okay. So, I'll go now with the advantages. So, when it comes to advantages of mutual funds, one thing I like with this type of fund is you can start small. Sabi ko, as low as 1,000 pesos you can monthly, you can start it already. So, meron ko ng mutual fund. So, mutual funds din, isa pang advantage is it is diversified. Pag sinabi kong diversified, nakalagay siya sa iba't ibang companies. So, kapag bumili ka ng mutual fund, as if you're already investing in a lot of companies. Unlike sa stocks, ikaw yung namimili ano yung certain company na gusto mo, na prefer mo. Yan. So, one thing good about diversification or putting your eggs on different baskets is that kapag nag-fail yung isang company, hindi siya nag-perform masyado, so meron kang backup. So, sa mutual funds, hindi mo masyadong ramdam yung loss unless talagang major economic crisis. So, doon mo siya masyadong mararamdaman. Pero on a regular basis, ang ginagawa kasi ni fund manager, kailangan ni make sure niya na wala masyadong lugi. Siyempre, kasi binabayaran siya for that. So, yeah. So, that's what I like in mutual funds is that it is diversified. And then, dahil nga diversified siya, it can gain a high potential returns. So, medyo mataas yung return niya compared to other types of investment. And then, another advantage of mutual fund is it's liquid. Pag sabing liquid, pwede mo siyang withdrawin when it comes to emergencies. So, yan. I'll give you an example of hindi masyadong liquid na asset. Yung lupa. Kasi yung lupa, hindi mo siya mabibenta agad-agad. So, ibig sabihin yung asset mo, hindi siya liquid. But, another form of liquid na asset, yung savings. So, pwede yung ATM mo, makapag-withdraw ka anytime. Pero when it comes to number of days, when you withdraw yung mutual funds, it will take you 2 to 3 business days to withdraw it. Siyempre. And then, it's flexible. So, depende sa type of need mo, hindi mo kailangan sabihin yung reason bakit ka mag-withdraw. Or bakit mo siya kukunin. So, walang ganong policy. So, pwede mo siyang withdrawin anytime. So, that's another advantage. And then, it has fund management. So, may mga professional na nagbabantay for you ng funds mo. And then, last but not the least, yung tax-free. And so, any gain that you will have in your mutual fund, it will not be taxed. Okay, so wala siyang tax. So, sa mga accountants dito, I don't know, may violent reaction ba kayo? Pero yeah, wala siyang tax sa mutual funds. Unlike sa stock market, kapag nagkaroon ka ng gain, there's already a VAT for it. Yeah. So, for the benefits, you can use this mutual funds for long-term savings. So, you can, example, marami kang excess. So, pwede mo siyang lagyan. Yan. Pwede mo siyang gamitin. Yes, hindi siya nire-report as capital gains. Yeah. Kasi ano siya depende sa NAV eh. Walang monitor. Hindi mo pwede i-monitor kung kailan niya binili yung kailan mo binili yung NAV and then kailan mo siya withdraw. Yan. So, pag withdraw mo siya tapos mas taas yung value niya dun sa time na binili mo siya, hindi siya considered as capital gains. Yan. So, kaya wala siyang tax. So, yun yung isa kong nagustuhan din sa mutual funds. Yan. So, ang babayaran mo lang sa withdrawal, yung back-end fee, saka yung transfer fee, saka admin charges. So, yun lang. Yun lang yung charges behind kapag mag-withdraw ka ng mutual funds. So, aside from long-term savings, you can use this as your retirement. Example, gusto mo na siya ilagay, tapos kunin mo na lang siya if ever mag-retire ka na. Ayan. So, another use of this, pwede mo siyang gamitin as your educational funds. So, yung iba, ginagawa nila mutual funds so that ilalagay nila yun for the next siguro 10 to 18 years pag lumaki na yung anak nila. So, yan. So, depende sa purpose mo. Yan. Or other financial milestones. So, the conclusion here is it is flexible on your financial needs. So, yan. So, how can I help you with this? There are two ways to start your mutual funds. Number one, kapag kumuha kayo ng VUL, kasi yung VUL, it's insurance with investment portion. So, insurance use. Kasi yung mga dating plans, wala silang investment portion. Yung mga insurance. So, protection lang talaga siya. Pero, nung nagkaroon ng VUL, it has protection and as well as mutual funds. So, part of your regular premium, part of it goes to insurance charges and yung matitira, mapupunta siya sa mutual funds. Okay. Or if you have already insurance, you can apply for mutual funds na wala siya insurance charges. Yan. So, pwede yun. So, dalawang option lang. VUL or mutual funds na walang insurance. So, pwede siyang option for you. Okay. So, if you want to start, you can ask for a financial advisor assistance so that sila yung pwede mag-help sa inyo on behalf of the company. So, for example, gusto mo sa yellow, so, hanap ka ng financial advisor tapos sa kanya mo pwedeng isubmit yung mga requirements. So, for the requirements, that's online lahat ito. Kailangan mo lang is identification IDs, government IDs, tapos the filled up application form, and the initial investment. Yan. Okay. That's it for the topic, mutual funds. I open the floor for the next, sabihin natin, 10 minutes or more. Depende kung marami. Yeah. If you have questions about mutual funds, I can entertain it for the next few minutes. Okay po. So, ang question dito is si Sir Elvin. Yan. Hello, Micah. Hello, Kathleen. Saka, Tita Joy, musta po? From Elvin, Sir, may kind of funds po ba na may short-term or long-term investments? Short term. Depende gano'n ka-short siya. Pero, kung ako yung tatanungin mo, kung gusto mo ng long-term investments, punta ka na sa high-risk na type, which is index saka equities. Yan. Pag sabi kong long-term, hindi mo siya gagalawin for the next 3 to 5 years. Yan. Pag short-term naman, I suggest yung tinatawag na bonds, bond fund or money market, or kung gusto mo ng balance, okay lang din. Bakit ko siya prefer na ganon? Kasi masyadong risky yung index fund kapag gusto mo siyang tumubo on short term. Paano pagdating ng time na yon? Mababa yung market. So, ina-expect mo na gagamitin mo siya siguro somewhere or pag-graduate mo. Tapos short term mo lang siya nilagay. Pwede kasi siya mag-perform ng hindi maganda. So, madi-disappoint tayo. Madi-disappoint yung mga invest or yung nag-invest. So, kapag balak mo siyang gamitin after 1 year, lagay mo na lang siya sa bonds or short term. Yung mga investment na mababa pero sigurado tayo. Yan. Para hindi ka ma-disappoint. Kasi maraming investor yun na-disappoint kapag hindi aligned yung goals nila saka dun sa fund na kinuha nila. Okay. Pero pag di mo naman siya gagamitin for the next 10 years, 5 years, index fund ka na lang. Okay. Kasi hindi mo naman siya masyadong gagalawin. From Tita Joy, could you show a sample calculation of how mutual investment works? Okay. Balikan ko lang po yun dun sa isang sample ko po. Saglit lang po. Ay, saglit lang. Wala pa yung screen ko. I'm sorry. Hello po. Kunin ko lang po yung isang image. Yan po. To answer the question from Tita Joy, ito po yung sa net asset value. So, sabihin po nito, on that particular day na mag-a-apply kayo, there's a certain value of NAV po or NAV PS. Ibig sabihin po ng NAV po or NAV PS, ito po yung value ng mutual fund shares of a certain particular or particular fund. So, sa example ko po is, nag-deposit po kayo ng 2,000 peso for index fund, and then on that particular day, ang presyo niya po is 7,832. Ang amount of shares na makukuha nyo po is 2,553.62. So, that's the number of your shares upon your application. So, paano pa tayo nagkakaroon ng gains? Isa lang po yung way. Kapag tumaas po yung value nitong 7,832 na NAV po. Ayan. So, pag tumaas po yung value niyan, doon po tayo magkakaroon ng gain or profit. So, balikan ko po yung isang computation. So, for example po, ang original investment is 5,000 pesos. And then, tumaas yung value ng NAV from a certain particular price into 96 cents, 06. And then, yung total value of shares niya is 6,161. So, pag multiply niyo po ito, you will get 5,918. So, if you will compare the original investment, which is 5,000 pesos from the final amount, ito po yung time na nag-withdraw na siya. So, pag withdraw niya po itong total shares niya na 6,161, ang gagawin po ni mutual fund company, imumultiply niya po yan sa value ng share on that particular withdrawal day. Yan. So, nung minultiply po nila yan, nagkaroon po siya ng 5,918. Yun na po yung value niya on that particular day na nag-withdraw siya. So, if you will subtract these two amounts, you will notice that that particular investor, from 5,000 until this final amount, he gained already 918 pesos. Okay, so, if you will compare this into percentages, mapapansin natin na from 5,000 pesos, naka-gain siya ng 18 point something. So, there's only one way to gain from mutual funds kapag tumaas yung value ng NAV. So, kailan tumataas yung value ng NAV? Depende on the value na dinidictate din ng mga investors, or it's traded kasi daily. So, yan. So, tumataas yung value depende sa level of economy natin, or other factors po. Pwedeng economy, pwedeng a certain company na nilagyan. So, yan po. So, I hope that answers your question po, tita. Thank you po for that one. From Tim, what's your suggested tenure for mutual funds, or does it go alongside the insurance? For example, I want to make something out of my extra money. Ayan po. Yung iba kasi, pakita ko lang din yung isang stop ko lang po yung sharing. Sige. For your question, Tim, suggested tenure for mutual fund. Tenure means yung gano'n siya katagal. Diba? So, kailangan kasi ma-understand natin yun sa VUL. It's a good investment din, pero hindi kasi siya masyadong magkaiba yung mutual funds sa VUL na VUL. So, pag mutual funds and mutual funds lang. Mutual funds and VUL. VUL kasi it's more on the insurance. Tama, insurance objective. Yung objective niya is towards insurance. If you don't want to increase your coverage, hindi ko na isasuggest mag-insurance ka. So, mutual funds na lang. Para if you have extra money, you can invest it there na lang. Kasi, kung kukuha ka na another policy, or, pwede mong option is, sobrahan mo yung sa VUL mo. Kasi kapag nakuha niya na yung charges for your insurance on that particular year, all your excess amounts will go directly sa mutual funds. Yan. So, ganun yung ginagawa ko before nung wala pa akong stock market. Yung extra kong pera from bonus, ina-excess ko siya sa VUL ko kasi I know na pag may extra ako or may excess, yeah, pwede siya. Yeah, tama, Tim. So, if mag mutual funds, I can reinvest at any time. Yes. And then, sa fund naman, fund allocation, pwede mo siyang palitan. For example, naka-index ka, tapos tingin mo na hindi magpa-perform si index funds, pwede mo siyang i-switch. Yun. So, pwede mo siya i-switch. So, pwedeng from index funds, tas gawin mo siyang money market. So, pwede yun. Pag sa tingin mo hindi siya magpa-perform. O yung iba yung ginagawa. Wait lang. Ano yung question mo na isa? Skip ako sa yung question, Tim. Yung
sa notes.
Are bonds the same with notes? Magkaiba sila. For bonds is masyadong long term daw. Pag i-compare ko siya, bonds, ilang years ba to? Depende sa sa nag-issue ng bonds. Pero kapag in time reference, si notes mas maikli siya. Wala siyang 1 year. Wala siyang 1 year. Kapag bond naman, minimum niya is 1 year. Yan. Pero pareha silang pautang. Depende lang sa time frame. So, pag ganitong time frame, matawag sa kanya is notes. Pag ganitong kahabang time frame, bonds yung tawag. Ayan. Ayan, nice. So, yun. Balik ka dito sa mutual funds. Pwede mo siyang invest. Ayan. Pero pag kailangan mo ng coverage, yan, another VUL policy on a different type of fund, pwede siya. Yan. Sige. Who else po? Hello, Marcos. Kamusta ka dyan? Hello, Shane. Thank you po sa mga nandito. Ay, wait lang po. Wala ba ako? I don't know. last question po. I'll end this on 8:10 po para we can wrap it up. Thank you po again for your time. If you want siguro other topics, you can comment it here po para ma-review ko din kung ano yung mga pwedeng i-topic natin anytime. Ayan. Thank you again sa time niyo po. Ayan. So, if wala na, I will end this video. You can rewatch it here na lang if you have some points na gustong i-review. Ayan. Thank you po again and have a nice evening. Stay safe pa rin. Happy investing po. Ayan. Salamat.